Tonight, breaking news, Vice President Kamala Harris, now the presumptive Democratic nominee. ABC News now reporting she has the delegate support she needs. And tonight, her first campaign speech in battleground Wisconsin. And just in tonight, the new national poll taken after President Biden dropped out. Donald Trump versus Vice President Kamala Harris and what it shows already. Tonight, Harris campaigning in Milwaukee, telling supporters she's ready to prosecute the case against Donald Trump, framing it as a choice between freedom, compassion, and rule of law, or a country of chaos, fear, and hate. And that new national poll just out tonight, showing just how close this race already is. Mary Bruce standing by, and what ABC News has learned tonight about selection of a running mate. Also tonight, President Biden back at the White House for the first time since coming down with COVID. Now set to address the nation from the Oval Office in prime time tomorrow night. We'll carry it live right here on ABC. And what we're learning about this already. Also breaking news 24 hours after her contentious hearing on Capitol Hill. Secret Service Director Kim Cheatle resigns. And just in tonight, what the Washington Post is first to report with regard to Donald Trump's rallies moving forward. The reported request from the Secret Service. The extraordinary images tonight, the very close call for visitors at Yellowstone National Park. What authorities are saying tonight. The storms this evening from Texas all the way up to Washington, D.C. to New York City. Ginger Z standing by with the forecast. Tonight, the chaos for Delta passengers continues. In some places, the airline now under federal investigation. The scare in the Northeast tonight, right off the East Coast, a whale leaping from the water, landing on a boat. The big news involving Celine Dion tonight. Will she make her comeback at the Olympics? And when? What we're hearing about this. And at the end tonight, the mother who gave her little girl her cell phone because she wanted to record treasures. But when mom looked at that phone, what she saw, what she heard, it's truly something.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here at a very busy Tuesday night. We begin tonight with Vice President Kamala Harris, now the presumptive Democratic nominee for president. ABC News now reporting she has secured the delegate support she needs. And just in tonight, the new national poll showing this has already become a very close race. A Reuters Ipsos poll taken after President Biden dropped out tonight showing Vice President Harris leading Donald Trump by 2 points nationally. Of course, it is very early, and it all comes down to the battleground states. But one thing is for sure tonight, this change is shaking up the race, and it's already close. The vice president taking the stage at her first campaign rally just outside Milwaukee, where Donald Trump accepted the Republican nomination just 5 days ago, telling the enthusiastic crowd of thousands there that as a former attorney general, she's ready to, in her words, prosecute the case against Donald Trump, framing this election as a choice. She said a country with freedom, compassion, and the rule of law, or one of chaos, fear, and hate. Tonight, Donald Trump's reaction to Vice President Harris, and ABC News with new reporting here on Harris's possible running mate. Here's our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce, leading us off from Milwaukee.
With her party firmly united behind her, tonight Kamala Harris hitting the campaign trail for the first time as the presumptive Democratic nominee, heading straight for battleground Wisconsin. Greeting her, a crowd of thousands, bigger than any President Biden has had during this campaign.
Do we want to live in a country of freedom, compassion, and rule of law? Or a country of chaos, fear, and hate?
Harris reminding voters that as the former Attorney General of California, she's uniquely qualified to prosecute the case against Donald Trump.
I took on perpetrators of all kinds. Predators who abused women, fraudsters who ripped off consumers, cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.
For months, Harris has been hammering Trump on abortion. The former president has bragged about appointing 3 of the justices who overturned Roe v. Wade.
We who believe in reproductive freedom will stop Donald Trump's extreme abortion bans because We trust women to make decisions about their own body and not have their government tell them what to do.
But Harris also leaning into the kitchen table issues on the minds of so many voters.
Building up the middle class will be a defining goal of my presidency. Because here's the thing we all here, Wisconsin, know. When our middle class is strong, America is strong.
Trump has been off the trail since Saturday. On a call with reporters this afternoon, he went on the attack.
She's the same as Biden, but much more radical.
But he did say he's willing to debate her.
I think debating's important for a presidential race. I really do. I think that you have to you sort of have an obligation to debate. If you're the candidate of the Republican Party.
And Harris says bring it on.
In this campaign, I promise you, I will proudly put my record against his any day of the week.
So let's bring in Mary Bruce. She's live in Milwaukee tonight. Mary, obviously still very early, but we did mention off the top here this new poll just out tonight. It's getting a lot of attention. The new Reuters Ipsos poll taken after President Biden dropped out of the race. You see the numbers there showing Vice President Kamala Harris leading Donald Trump by 2 points among registered voters nationally, 44% to 42%. But Mary, you and I well know it'll all come down to a handful of key battleground states, and that's where Kamala Harris's selection of a running mate could come into play here. I know you and the team have been reporting this out all day. Where does the search for a running mate stand tonight?
Well, David, tonight we are told that the vetting process is now underway. Sources telling our John Carl there are now 4 names on that list. They are Josh Shapiro, the popular governor of must-win Pennsylvania, Governor Roy Cooper of North Carolina, elected twice in a state that we know the campaign has been eyeing and investing in heavily, Senator Mark Kelly of critical Arizona. He's the only senator on the list, a former astronaut. He, of course, is married to former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords, and Andy Beshear, the popular moderate governor in the traditional red state of Kentucky. Now, other names could certainly be added to that list. But tonight, a senior administration source telling our Martha Raddatz that as of now, Shapiro and Kelly are the leading candidates. David?
Josh Shapiro, Mark Kelly appear to be at the top of the list, according to sources and Martha Raddatz tonight. Mary, Martha, and John all reporting this out. Mary, thank you, leading us off tonight. President Biden, meanwhile, back at the White House tonight after coming down with COVID. His doctor says he tested negative today. The president is now set to address the nation from the Oval Office tomorrow night. We will carry it live right here on ABC. And tonight, what we're learning already. Here's our senior White House correspondent, Selena Wang.
Tonight, President Biden back at the White House in public for the first time since making the historic decision to end his re-election campaign.
Why did you drop out of the election?
As he left Delaware, where he was isolating with COVID for more than 5 days, the president telling reporters he's feeling well.
Mr. President, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? How are you feeling?
Before walking up the stairs of Air Force One, saluting. Biden's doctor saying today he's tested negative for COVID and no longer has symptoms. The president now preparing to speak to the nation from the Oval Office tomorrow night, saying he will address what lies ahead and how I will finish the job for the American people. Biden making clear he has more work to do, saying that though the Democratic ticket has changed, his mission has not.
I've got 6 months left in my presidency. I'm determined to get as much done as I possibly can, both foreign policy and domestic policy.
The president saying he's on the verge of ending the war in Gaza and bringing the hostages home, meeting with the Israeli prime minister and families of hostages tomorrow. A source telling me part of Biden finishing the job for the American people is making sure his Vice President Kamala Harris succeeds him in the Oval Office.
I'm going to be working like hell, both as a sitting president, getting legislation passed, as well as in campaigning.
And David, a source close to the president tells me he's been working on this speech for the past day and huddling with his speechwriting team here at the White House this afternoon. Now, I am told that tomorrow night the president will be speaking from his heart. David?
Selena Wang at the White House for us. Selena, our thanks to you as well. You can watch the president's Oval Office address right here. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, we will carry it live. Our team with analysis right after President Biden, his decision, and how it's changed the race. His Oval Office address tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern here on ABC. But we continue tonight here into the breaking news from the Secret Service. ABC News confirming tonight that the Secret Service will now recommend that Donald Trump stop holding rallies outdoors after the assassination attempt in Pennsylvania. Now, this news comes just hours after the Secret Service director resigned. Here's Pierre Thomas.
Tonight, new body camera video showing the first moments on that roof after a sniper killed the gunman who opened fire on a Trump rally.
We have one shooter deceased. I think we have 3 victims.
Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley posting the 3-minute video on his X account. It shows an assault rifle near the body of the shooter and a trail of blood streaming down that sloped roof. And tonight, sources telling ABC News the Secret Service has recommended that Donald Trump's campaign stop holding outdoor rallies following the assassination attempt in Pennsylvania. It comes just 24 hours after that blistering hearing.
You're full of today.
And bipartisan calls for the resignation of Secret Service Director Kim Cheatle.
Not only should you resign, if you refuse to do so, President Biden needs to fire you.
Tonight, Cheatle stepping down, taking responsibility for the security failures that led to the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. In an email to staff, Cheatle saying, "I do not want my calls for resignation to be a distraction from the great work each and every one of you do towards our vital mission. In light of recent events, it is with a heavy heart that I've made the difficult decision to step down as your director." Reaction swift.
Secret Service Director Cheatle clearly made the right decision.
Were there any warning signs?
And new tonight, the shooter's father speaking out for the first time since the attack, telling Fox News Digital,
Release a statement when our legal counsel advises us to do so. Until then, we have no comment. We just want to try to take care of ourselves right now. So please, give us our space.
And back to the news just coming in. The Secret Service urging the Trump campaign to stop holding outdoor rallies. The campaign does have several rallies planned in the coming days, but David, none are scheduled to be held outdoors.
Pierre Thomas in Washington tonight. Pierre, thank you. Now to the extraordinary images tonight, the scare for visitors at Yellowstone National Park, the very close call with a geyser raining down rock and debris. Here's ABC's Mola Lenghi.
This is the stunning moment a geyser in Yellowstone National Park exploded today, sending a black plume of steam and mud up to the sky and panicked tourists running from falling rock and debris. No one was injured, but park officials surveyed the damage. The boardwalk, used by parkgoers, destroyed. The area shut down to visitors. It happened in Biscuit Basin, near the Black Diamond Pool, about 2 miles from the park's most famous geyser, Old Faithful. Hydrothermal explosions are common in Yellowstone, occurring when superheated water flashes to steam underground, the geyser acting like a pressure cooker, exploding.
Geyser explosions like this can be triggered by earthquakes. In this case, there was no earthquake activity that might have triggered it. So this is really related to the local plumbing system of this particular feature in Biscuit Basin.
Well, David, scientists at Yellowstone tell us that this was a random event without warning. Still, they are investigating exactly what happened and what it might mean for the future of this area. David, the last time an explosion similar to this happened at Yellowstone's Biscuit Basin was back in 2009.
Yeah, that was really something to see. Mola, thank you. We turn now to the rain and storms from Texas to Washington, D.C. to New York City tonight. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Ginger Z tracking it all. Hi, Ginger.
Hi, David. While Washington, D.C. is in that flash drought as much of the mid-Atlantic is, Houston is 15 inches above normal already year to date for rainfall. So they do not need this stationary front, not moving, flood watch in place. Easily 2 to 4 inches has already fallen. Some places could see another couple inches on top of that. That's why we're in that elevated risk all the way from southeast Texas through southwestern Louisiana, Montgomery, Atlanta, up to Virginia Beach, including parts of North and South Carolina. Also wanted to mention the air quality not good in Denver, up the Rockies, into the northern Rockies and back into the Cascades. Excessive heat warnings for a place like Billings, Montana, that will end up seeing 2 days of records tomorrow and Thursday. Spokane, Washington, David, smashed their old record of 90 plus. They're now at 17 days or 18 days and counting.
Ginger Z, we'll see you first thing in the morning. Thanks, Ginger. Tonight, the chaos for Delta passengers now in its 5th day. Delays, cancellations, the airline now under federal investigation. Delta struggles continued today with hundreds more flight disruptions linked to that global internet outage. Delta's IT teams are manually repairing and rebooting affected systems, they say. Other airlines have since recovered. We turn next tonight to the heartbroken family speaking out after the deadly police shooting of a mother in Springfield, Illinois, shot in the head in her own kitchen after she had called 911 herself. Tonight, her family demanding that the sheriff be held accountable. ABC's Alex Trebek warning the video is disturbing.
Tonight, after seeing the horrific video of former Illinois Deputy Sean Grayson killing his daughter, Sonya Massey's father shattered and now calling for the sheriff to be held accountable.
I'm very clear and I'm very eloquent. He needs to resign.
Grayson now charged with murdering the mother of two after she called 911 to report a prowler. Massey's cousin was the first family member on the scene after the shooting.
I was confused. I didn't know. I went there from answers because I thought that someone came into the home to kill her.
Massey's son Malachi heartbroken and in disbelief.
She was just a ball of energy. She could talk to anybody.
Family attorney Ben Crump questioning Grayson's employment history, 6 different police jobs in the last 4 years, including 3 different departments in 2021 alone.
We need to find out what the sheriff's department knew when they hired him.
And David, some of these cases take years, but Grayson was fired and charged just 10 days after the incident. He has pleaded not guilty and remains in custody. David?
All right, Alex Perez tonight. Thank you, Alex. When we come back here, the scare off the East Coast, a whale leaping from the water, landing on a boat. The unbelievable images right here in a moment. And then this new headline tonight involving Celine Dion. Will she make her comeback at the Paris Olympics? What we're hearing about a possible performance in a moment. Tonight, that huge scare for boaters off New Hampshire, a whale landing on their fishing boat about 1 mile from the coast. This video shows the incredible moment the whale launches itself out of the water, landing on the boat. One man thrown into the ocean, the other jumped. 2 brothers who recorded the video helping both into their boat. They say no one was badly hurt. That was something. A note on climate tonight, the hottest day on Earth ever just recorded. Europe's climate agency reporting Sunday was the hottest day ever on the planet. The daily global average temperature hitting 62.76 degrees Fahrenheit. On Sunday, countries around the world, including right here in the U.S., you'll remember, were locked in brutal heat waves. When we come back tonight, the news on Celine Dion coming in and a possible comeback performance in just days. And the headline involving the late Alex Trebek tonight, even Ken Jennings weighing in on this. To the index of other news tonight, and there are reports tonight that Celine Dion could be planning to make her comeback at the Paris Olympics with a performance. Variety is reporting tonight she's in Paris now and could take the stage during Friday's opening ceremony. It would be her first performance since revealing her battle with stiff person syndrome back in December of 2022. Tonight, the new tribute for the late Alex Trebek, the longtime Jeopardy host, now featured on a new Forever stamp, available in sets of 20, resembling a Jeopardy board with a clue about Trebek. Ken Jennings tonight saying Trebek was an American institution. It makes perfect sense, he says, to honor him on a stamp. We agree. When we come back here tonight, the mom who gave her little girl her cell phone and the video that little girl captured, it's something. Finally tonight here, the mom, her little girl, and what she captured. Tonight, the incredibly moving moment caught on a mother's cell phone. She will forever cherish it. 5-year-old Zoe Expert asked to borrow her mother's cell phone, telling her mom, Delphine, she wanted to look for treasures and video them. Zoe has autism and has been nonverbal up until a few months ago. Her mother has noticed that letting her daughter explore, dance, play music, ski, it's all started to help her talk. Her daughter communicates in other ways, Mom says, including lots of hugs. But still, Mom Delphine has never heard her daughter say, I love you. So Mom was astonished when she saw what her daughter had recorded. Just listen.
This is a pine cone. This is the dandelion. This is the another dandelion. This is a grass. This is the sky. This is the clouds. This is my car. This is my house. And there is my beautiful mom. She's the best mom. I love her so much. And she's the best mom in the whole world.
Zoe's mother hearing her daughter say, I love you for the first time. Tonight telling us, with the help of a simple camera, words came out more easily when she was alone and having fun. And she managed to express in her own way all of the love that she has for me in her heart, but would never be able to tell this to me directly.
I love her so much.
Tonight, one mom hoping the message for her from her own daughter will help so many other families too. Well, isn't that profound? We needed that tonight. I'm David Muir. Thanks for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Thank you for making World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.